and blessed under golden skies. The clock just ticks and the hours fly. 2 hours flat and the line at the door. I whisper dreams and they beg for more. They say yes before I even speak. The climb feels smooth, it's not so steep. Show up once and the world ignites. Every spark turns into endless lights. I don't chase, they just find their way to my table where the treasures lay. Every pitch a seed that starts to grow. I blend one word and watch it overflow. They say yes before I even speak. The climb feels smooth, it's not so steep. Show up once and the world ignites. Every spark turns into endless lights. Multiply the magic, let it expand. From my heart straight to their hands. Booked and blessed, it's a wildfire. I'm the flame and they're the choir. They say yes before I even speak. The climb feels smooth, it's not so steep. Show up once and the world ignites. Every spark turns into endless light. Every spark turns into endless light.
Well, hello, radio. I've been starting. My name is Ray Vidrio. I'm so good to be here with you all in New York. It's been a few weeks since we've been out here. Last time we were here, we did an event downstairs. Who was at that event? Anybody? All right, a few people. Well, today we have a real special BELLATOR event. For those of you who don't know, BELLATOR is the marketing arm of Miracle. And I'm about to bring a special gentleman. Before I do that, let me do a few housekeeping. Let's everyone get these out. Everyone get these out. Get them out. Okay. The second time, we're gonna put them on pleasure mode. Okay. Vibrate mode.
Yeah.
Just saying, everybody same time.
It's our pleasure, mode.
Yeah. So
I think we sure.
From my car. That's my car's account. Like, you just put it on.
All the cocktail.
Webinar.
Let me turn my phone.
Okay. That's my drinks for everyone downstairs.
We need to move it back so that
Okay, so let me make sure mine.
I think I have some. My neurosurgeon, they bring through it.
Well, I'm about to bring somebody real special tonight. This gentleman we sought after almost a year ago, and he's well known in the industry, 30 years actually in the networking space. He's been in the field. He's been CEO, CFO, CMO of some of the largest network marketing companies in the entire world. Myself and Micah got to know him through some Zooms, and he found out about our project, flew in, and was totally blown away by what he saw. Okay, and I think tonight I'll share a little bit about what he saw, and he has literally a finger to the pulse of what's going on in the networking space, what's hot, what's not, and I'll tell you what. I believe in a short 2 to 3 years, we'll take that #1 spot in the networking industry.
Yes.
Who's doing that song? I want to give a warm New York welcome to Mr. Jürgen Pullmuller.
Hey, buddy. Hey, thanks, buddy. Great to be here. I always love the energy from New York. And I want to tell you a short story. So the first time I came to New York was 1985. I know some of you were not born at this time, but
You're aging yourself there.
yeah, I know. But I remember always the day. So it was my 18th birthday, and the first day after the 18th birthday, I took a plane from Pan Am and I flew to New York. And since there, I'm like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times in New York all the time. I love the city. And for our vision, for our birthday, for Bellator, we planned something really special in January. And this is also one thing I want to go at the beginning with you through a couple of numbers. Why? Write them down, it's important. After us, the real important speakers are coming. Also, the people there on the Zoom, the couple of hundred people on the Zoom, write it down. Our first event on our amazing future 2026 will be in January in Dubai.
Yes.
There will be our new office, and all of you are invited to go there to see our new office. This is exactly from the 12th to the 14th of January.
Who's gonna be in Dubai? Anybody? People? All right.
Wow,
All right.
great.
People.
Now, after the success we had with the Momentum Saturdays, September, October, we do the new Momentum Saturdays. The 31st of January, we will be in Atlanta. Do we have some people here from Atlanta? Atlanta. And now, because we're here now in New York, we're doing something really special. 31st, Atlanta. And right after this event, we will be here in New York at our Momentum Sunday, not Saturday, on the 1st of February. So we're doing 2 events in 2 days. Register now. You find everything on the Bellator event site because you don't want to miss this. The next event is the 7th in Los Angeles. Do we have people registered for Los Angeles? You think that's all? No. We continue to March, April. March, we have the dates saved now. We're going to Open Asia, Australia, to Sydney on the 14th and 15th of March. Who is interested here to open the Asian and Australian market? Who knows people and leader there? Are you excited? And last but not least, we're almost sold out for our journey in April with Mark Aceta, 15th to the 19th of April. Save the last tickets. Be fast. Some words from you, Ray, about our momentum.
That's a power schedule right there. I've never done it back to back. I'm excited. I'm nervous to do it from Atlanta, and then a few hours later, hop on a plane and that Sunday morning in New York with you all. We're going to do a power training. We're going to do who was there a few weeks ago in the island when we did a power training? Anybody? Okay, a few people. We're going to do the same thing out there. So again, get your tickets. They're $149 for the Momentum Saturdays. And then Journey has a QR code as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, you all know us, and I think for now it's good. We want to bring up our first special guest for this evening. He's starting at the beginning. Normally we should bring him up at the end, but he has only limited time.
He's a really busy guy. I got to know this gentleman in Mexico a few weeks ago. and he is the CEO of Wall Street Capital. Okay, big. He is spearheading Mediterra going public in very soon. And he's helped companies around the world go global, turn them into billion-dollar companies. And again, it was nice to just to get to know him in Mexico, share a few thoughts. I was full of questions. I know when not to speak when somebody in that caliber is within my reach. And we're really lucky and blessed to have him, because now what I feel like, Wall Street is ready for crypto big time. And I think Mediterra is ready for the world. And, those two pals are going to talk. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight, but please welcome Mr. Douglas Anderson.
Stand up, Mr. Douglas Anderson.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah, as he said, I've got some, a little bit of bad news and a lot of good news. The bad news is I've got to leave now. The good news is, I'm leaving because, I'm having dinner with Brock Pierce, the founder of Tether, one of the pioneers and biggest guys in the crypto space. And the reason he's having dinner with me is because tomorrow on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, he and I will be in Bloomberg doing an interview and discussing Mediterra and how our plans to tokenize the largest real world asset, which will be Bucharest International Airport. And tonight we actually have the mayor of the county that airport is being located in. This is a very serious airport. It's going to accommodate 40 million passengers a year, 1 million cargo tons a year. Right now, Romania has 0 cargo tons flying in. It flies into Hungary and then is trucked across. So this is a huge event. And you know what? We could conventionally finance this thing. But I said, no, all the systems in it and the city surrounding it that are going to support it. And it'll be an earth-changing, earth-shattering, big event. We're wrapping this all up into, we hope to bring the company public. We've acquired a shell company, a public shell company. I've got some of the best accounting firms on this thing. And a very dear friend of mine has sent me an engagement today, Maxim Group. They're one of the most active broker dealers on Wall Street. They deployed about 19 billion in transactions last year. Probably number 1, 2, 3 firms on Wall Street most active in terms of bringing companies IPO and things like that. So we're going to work as fast as the lawyers and the accountants can make it happen, and we know how to do this, and so we're going to get it done. Joining us also at dinner is a dear friend of mine, Steve Norris, the co-founder of Carlyle Group, about a $600 billion fund that produces about 300,000 jobs around the world. So these are the kinds of people that we're bringing into your organization, and we're not screwing around. We plan on being the global leader in this sector, and this company is the one that's going to do that. And I can tell you a huge reason why is a man called Hakan Torhan, and I'm so proud of what he's doing. But I'm also very sad that he has had a nuisance of a tooth issue, but it's going to get fixed, and we're all going to make him proud. So look, this is a company with a huge, bright, fast future. Things are going to start happening very fast, very big, and it's starting right now. Thank you very much, and we'll be seeing you soon. And I'll tell you another thing, you're going to see Hakan's picture in Times Square above NASDAQ, on the NASDAQ board this week. We're not screwing around. We're not screwing around. I mean, people are going to know what this is.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Am I on? Oh, okay. All right. So good evening, everybody. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to meet, my name is Mita Del Fiero, and I got goosebumps right now. Anybody else feeling it? Guys, okay. A year ago, first of all, happy birthday to Bellator. Okay. So a year ago, we knew we had a tiger by the tail, like those of us who caught even a glimpse of the vision of what we could become. But who would have thought that we would be in the position that we are today in just 1 year? I mean, I can't sleep. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Okay. This is just such an exciting time. And to hear Douglas Anderson, right, chairman of our Mediterra, give us this kind of news. I mean, he's been giving us all kinds of updates that have been so exciting, really, to reinforce the vision that we have for our company. But you know what really, for me, what's happened when I think about, I was started with cash flow NFT in June of 2022. I knew nothing about blockchain. I knew nothing about crypto, by the way. And when I heard that Micah was starting this thing to sell NFTs, you know what went through my mind? What are people going to do with those paintings of ugly apes? That's what I had envisioned about NFTs. So I listened to a Zoom. I didn't understand most of it, but one thing I got, and I think this is why we're all here, and that is, if I can own this digital asset that I buy one time, I can get paid for life. Who likes that kind of a deal? And I took a leap of faith. I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew was every time I got commissions, I just bought more assets. I had no idea what these assets were going to do. And I can tell you, for the first 6 months, I kept watching these Zoom meetings because other people were joining. I was getting these commissions, so I just kept reinvesting it all back. How many of you know that I am so grateful and feel blessed that I didn't know what I was doing? Okay, and I didn't know any better, and I did not take out those commissions and just kept accumulating assets. But one time, Micah was giving us an update. When I got off that call, I started thinking, I went to look at my assets that I had accumulated. And I said, if even of what Micah's talking about is going to happen, I said, I will never have to worry about my financial future, my children's, my grandchildren's, my great-grandchildren's for generations to come. So thank you to Hakan, thank you to Micah, thank you to Ray. I mean, moving forward, I knew this was something that the world was going to need to know about. You know, starting, of course, within our own space. But I just had this vision that I had to start learning. Because who else is going to manage my tens of millions of newfound wealth, right? So I started going on YouTube University. Anybody else use that? Tuition is free, by the way. Okay. So, and started using Chat GPT and just started to learn. And you know what? This is what I tell people now, because I realize so many people are new to this industry, new into this whole space of crypto and blockchain. And guys, we have something special here with Miracle, with Mediterra, because we have an entire ecosystem, a whole platform that no one else has. And this is why we can attract the caliber of people like Douglas Anderson and the whole crew that he brought on board to be on our board of directors. How many of you have researched who these people are? Okay. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Douglas did not go to Google to figure out who we are. That's not where he did his research. Okay. He didn't go to Reddit to see what everybody was putting. Okay. And when we look at the contracts that we have and the companies that have contracted with us and have entrusted their relationship with us to be able to take them into this space and enable their merchants to be able to start accepting crypto. Guys, how many of you know what that means for those of us that own these assets, that own these nodes? This is life-changing. It is life-changing. And I think that when I to the people that I have had the good fortune to really talk to, and I start finding out what this has done for them, and it's just the vision and knowing where it's going, that alone is changing their lives. I mean, we haven't even started the real payouts, right? So when I look at the opportunity that we have as a family, as a community, to go out and share what we know about right now, at this point in time, this is truly life-changing and will be life-changing for anyone that can even catch a small sight of that vision of what we can share. And I'm so excited to be a part of this at this point in time, that we've been given this opportunity, that Hakan and Micah saw it fit, and Ray saw it fit, not to go to people that always get invited to sit at the table of all the, billionaire investors, right? To invest in the next billion-dollar company. But for each of us, people like you, people like me, to be able to be invited to sit at the table for a change. Anybody else feel that? Okay. And that's the advantage that we have. So to be able to celebrate the first anniversary of Bellator in this fashion, to see where we are now, to know where we are going, guys, my head is ready to burst every time I think about it. Okay. Now, my only advice is don't spend the money before you get it, by the way. Okay. Because I know it's like we're all looking at all of this that's going to be happening. But and in closing, I think I'm almost to my 10 minutes limit here. In closing, this is what I always keep in mind. I remember God's promise to Abraham. We are blessed to be a blessing. So let's be that. Thank you.
So I realize some of you know who I am, and some of you don't. So kind of give myself a little bit of an introduction. My name's Ed Terranova, born in Brooklyn, New York. Grew up in Staten Island, New York. Live in New Jersey now, retired New York City firefighter. Yes, sir. And been in direct sales network marketing for over 36 years. And I'm looking around the room and I see the familiar faces, and we've met before. Then I see people here that are new for the first time. And I want to share my story of how I got here. Just like Mita knew Micah. I knew Mike and Ray. Ray and I got together. Well, thank you. Ray and I got together on a Zoom one day, and he asked me, Ed, could I just get 5 minutes to tell you what Micah and I are doing? And I with this company, Miracle Cash and More. They told me what the plan was, and it just so happened I knew a little bit about crypto. I had worked in the space. I worked with a company out of Utah for a little bit where I was a consultant, acted as president, and I knew that one day a company's going to come along and do it right. And based on that vision that Ray shared with me in 5 minutes, I said, Ray, if what you're saying is true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. Company's located in Northern Cyprus. 6 days later, I was in Northern Cyprus. And when I was there, Micah and I had a meeting in Hakan's office with him. And Hakan's a real animated, incredible individual. I heard he was a genius. I wanted to experience the genius Hakan tore our hand, and I was blown away. And Hakan says to me, "So what do you think? What do you think about this whole thing?" And I was just overwhelmed. And I said, "Hakan, all I know is that the name of your company is Miracle Cash and More." Now, at the time, I didn't know Miracle Cash was named after his daughter, Mira, who's here in the front row with a beautiful mother. And I said, all I know is that I thank the Lord up above for every day that we have. And miracles are special. Miracles are not scientific. They're not something you can replicate or duplicate. Miracles come from above. Miracle comes from the great I am, the creator of the universe. And we have the ability to bless people with miracles with this business plan that you created. I'm all in. And we haven't looked back. And I'm thrilled that we have, because Nita, she doesn't know for sure, but she challenged me quite a bit because she was reinvesting all of her profit back into more and more assets. And I go, well, I got to do that too, you know. So we started really looking at everything we have and really taking an ownership mindset. And so for all of you that are here, maybe for the first time, you just got started, you're not sure, my advice would be treat it like it's your business. Learn everything you have to. In the beginning stages, it's tough. There's a lot of information here to learn this business model. But treat it like who you are. We own Miracle. Do you know that Miracle Cash and More is owned, over 33% of it, by us, the investors in the company? We own this company. When Doug Anderson appeared on the scene, I'm fortunate to have a relationship with him, and he was texting me, and it came to the point where he was like hitting me up like 3-4 times a day, and he says, these guys from Wall Street, real Wall Street guys, are going to partner with us. And then Douglas was in Cyprus, and he's taking pictures and he's sending them to me, and I did a little research on Douglas and Wall Street Capital and what they had done, and I'm like, this is beyond anything that I had imagined. Because in the beginning, what I learned from Hakan is that he had a 4-year plan, an exit strategy to sell the company for $200 billion. And I bought into that. And I'm always thinking, okay, who's that company that's going to come along and acquire us? Is it going to be Amazon? Is it going to be Binance? Is it going to be Coinbase? Who's going to be that company that sees what we see? Because those of us who got involved back then in 2022, we caught the vision. We believed in it. And so when I listened to Douglas Anderson, and he talks about the board of advisors that he has assembled, and I know some of you don't know the names. I didn't know a lot of the names. John Byer, he called him a technologist. This man built platforms that were sold. One platform, a cellular one, was sold to AT&T for cell phones, became cell phones, before cell phones were a thing. He built the platform that created streaming that Netflix is on today. He created a platform that Google purchased and implements and is still with them today. And then he talked about Stephen Moore. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Stephen Moore. I've seen him on television for decades now. This was Trump's first economic advisor. And he's going to be an advisor and is an advisor. And then there were others also, the last of which I shouldn't say is the least, because in my opinion, I didn't know who he was, but you know what he did. He was a Harvard grad that was a lawyer, and he was the legal counsel for Marriott Corporation. He became the CEO of Marriott Corporation for 10 years. He's the co-founder, as Douglas said, of the Carlyle Group, a $600 billion company that employs over 300,000 people. At first, I was so excited. I sent that text to everybody, and I said, this is an all-star team. Then I realized, no, it's not. This is the dream team.
Yeah.
This is the dream team.
Yeah.
And here we are on December 10th, 2025 in Soho, in New York. And I'm telling you, we don't realize, not even myself, what we have our hands on yet. We have the vision. We're going to hear from Unsel later. And he's had a lot to do with the contracts of the companies who have recognized who we are and what we do and what our technology is that has come to the table. When I heard you speak and once we were on the Zoom together, I was blown away. Like, this guy's as sharp as can be. He knows his stuff inside and out. You're going to see who we are and what we have. So the advice is treat it like a business. If this is a little hobby for you, that's what it will be. If you treat it like big business, that's what it is. And that's what it will be. And yes, there are people in this room that are going to be millionaires, no doubt about it. I think the sky's the limit. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the best is yet to come. To God be the glory.
So that was pretty short. Normally he's talking for hours. And Mita as well. So I remember the last time we had the momentum, I was always with a piece of paper, standing there, 10 minutes, time out. Are you excited here in the room?
Yeah.
Like it. So the next speaker, I just want to introduce you to him. He was one of the guys I met first in the company. I think I had the first phone call with him. At the beginning, I was absolutely not interested. He called me and I didn't pick up the phone, but he was so focused. And finally, I met him in Cyprus. The good thing, I not only met him, we became friends, real friends. And it started when we traveled. A friendship is not starting like, oh, I like you, let's become friends. A friendship starts when you travel together, when you do things together, when you go through the ups and downs in life. So we started to travel together in August. Every day on the plane, every day in another city. I can't remember. I think it was Miami, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, whatever. And whatever I couldn't do, he could do. And I took care. Oh my God. You know why I did this? I wanted to bring the energy up. That was the only reason. My fault. No, that's on me. Of course. Let's continue. And then we did a roadshow, 3 weeks roadshow. And we became more friends. Now it's a little bit like he knows what I'm thinking before we're doing the event. And this is why I want to bring this guy up. He's a phenomenal speaker. He's 110% Bellator, not less, not less. When you need him, he's awake. You can call him at midnight, 4 a.m. in the morning, sometimes not at lunch, but after lunch. And he's a great partner. We're driving this, we're going through everything, and we do what it needs to be done to make 2026 the best year in the history of the company. And I want you again to stand up and help me bring our Vice President, Mr. Ray Vidrio, on stage. Hey!
I don't think I'm in New York.
All right. How's everybody doing? Okay. Should I draw some things out tonight? I'm a drawer. I like to draw. Like to draw. Oh, you love when I draw, huh? Well, that's good. I can't draw. I'll tell you what, I was back there thinking, what am I gonna say? There's so many things going on right now, and it feels like a whirlwind. Almost 4 years since I moved to Cyprus. Almost 4 years. I packed 3 bags, 2 dogs, and I sold everything and left because after I met, my best friend and business partner, Micah, he kept saying, you got to meet this guy at Con. You got to meet him. You got to meet him. We were in Dubai at an expo. So went to the island and, I don't throw around the word genius too often. I don't. A lot of people go, oh, he's a genius. No, truly. He is like, when it comes to crypto and finance crossing, I always say who's seen the movie Back to the Future? Okay. He's like the Doc Brown of finance and crypto, just with less hair. Okay. But when I sat down with him and he kind of just showed me the ecosystem and what he had and the licenses, and he did it right. We met somebody who did it right, who built something for the long term. Okay. How many realize that there's not a lot of crypto companies out there doing live events? Do you know why? Everyone take a guess why? Because they have nothing backing it. It's smoke and mirrors. A lot of it. 99% it's smoke and mirrors. And with the contracts we have, as for the UNSOL, with the contracts we have now because of this gentleman, I'll tell you what, everyone here tonight should buy that gentleman a cocktail. Every person tonight. You can handle it, right, UNSOL? Okay. Okay. Well, one, we're all going to get a free drink because of Jurgen. I know I'm getting a double tonight. Okay. No, but to go back to Akan, in all seriousness, with what he's built, we get now to stand on his shoulders because of what he built for the long haul. Okay. Spent years doing it. Okay. And it reminded me of something that, I got shown a while ago. I actually read a book on it. It's who's ever heard of the book called The Tipping Point? Anybody? Okay, a few people. By Malcolm Gladwell. He talks about when industries reach momentum. Okay. And it kind of looks like this. All right. It kind of, the line kind of looks like that. Okay. So the first stage is formulation. This is when Akan has the idea and he told a few of his friends. Some of them are in the room tonight. Some are in the room tonight. And he says, I got this crazy idea and I need money. Okay. That's where that happens. This idea and I need money. Give me money. Okay. Because we need to build this thing. And what he sees in finance and his background, and when he understood what the blockchain was 8 years ago, when people never even heard of crypto, what digital assets were, he was in the formulation stage. Okay. And he's gathering funds and he starts putting a team together. He's got to go out and get some coders, tens of thousands of man hours. Some people have left him. Who realizes that? People leave, they lose the vision. He's got to go find new people. That lasts a few years, the formulation stage. 98% of the time, people don't come out of that. They don't even come out of that first stage, the formulation stage. Okay. Now, the second stage is the concentration stage. That's where the right people and the right team really start to assemble. Okay. That's where the industry starts shifting and has a window open to that idea that he had. Things like, oh, all of a sudden Wall Street is knocking on our door. All of a sudden we're attracting other contracts because of the contracts we did get. That's when more funds are coming to the table. So sometimes this little line, and it went up a little bit, but very little, takes years, tens of millions of dollars, and tens of thousands of man hours to just go from here to here, and it only shifted a little bit, okay? Now, the book calls whenever an industry, a big industry, gets to about 2 to 3% market penetration. When society goes, yep, that's a good idea. It takes a long time to get here, but when it gets there, something magical happens. The tipping point is like a pendulum just dropping. And that's when it goes to all out full momentum. Guys, we're right here. We're right here. We have the team assembled. I mean, look at, do you realize who just was in the room and who left? Do you realize who that gentleman was?
Yes.
You fathom who we're attracting, who Akan attracted through what he built. Okay? You have to have the technology. See, a lot of companies preach that they have the tech, but they don't have the tech. They don't have the back end. Okay? You can't get the contracts that Unsol's getting by not having the true tech, by not having the front end and the back end. So when momentum happens, then the world accepts it like it's no more, it goes into stability. And that's when everyone talks about, oh, they were an overnight success. They were an overnight success because they don't realize, they don't see this part. They don't see it. You ever see that, that picture of the iceberg, ice under the water? That's what that is. That's what that is. So when people are going out there and, it's true. I love Miracle. I love Bellator. My niece made my Bellator life shirt. That's why I wore it. I know a lot of people were offering me money. I'm gonna hold an auction downstairs later on for this shirt. So I know an opportunity when I see one. So but when I went and met Hakan almost 4 years ago, I think I met him in February of 22, and I flew down there and I spent 3 days with him, and I was just like, no way that he has this. And it was like the best kept secret the world had not heard yet. Because Mike and I always said, one day there's going to be stores. One day, someone's going to do it right. One day, well, it's like we kept searching. And I almost was like, no, I acted like he didn't. I acted like he was lying to us. I'm like, we have to check this out. We have to check this out. Because then once we realized, yeah, we had, and he gave me an opportunity to come on board and just be part of that team, I left everything. I left my friends, my family, my everything. I sold everything. So my car, I sold my refrigerator. I sold my washer and dryer. Literally, I had the biggest yard sale, and I followed that guy who has that dream. And my question to you is, are you all in? No one's asking you to, move to an island off of Turkey that you've never heard of. No one's asking you to do that. No one's asking you to do that. But are you all in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in New York. Yeah. All right. All right. But I'm telling you, we're looking for a few people that are all in. Talk about the guy who just walked in. He's all in. I'll tell you that much. Okay. He's all in. I don't know if he brought Mr. Lee with him or not, but all right. Okay. All right. That's a funny story. I'll tell later at the bar tonight. So again, momentum's not here yet. It's not here. We're on the cusp. We're right here. We're about to hit it. Think about Wall Street is now ready for us. Okay. Douglas Anderson was looking for a crypto company to go public. And not only that, a Turkish company. Are you serious? Like, hello, when things are meant, things are meant. Magic happens. And what industries went through this? Think about it. The automobile went through this. The automobile, the V8 engine. Cell phones went through this. Remember the first cell phones? That big, it came with a suitcase. Looked like you were dialing in a bomb somewhere. When 2 to 3% of people got cell phones, what happened? Momentum hit. And there was a few companies in that space that turned into unicorns. Computers. Bill Gates was crazy. He was a scammer. All that stuff. Now he's known as a genius. When stability happens, it's like, oh, it's always it's easy after the fact. The world will know. The world is about to know Hakan Torhan's name. I'll tell you that much. And they're going to know it in a big, big way. And it always reminds me of the last training I did. I told this, you know what I envisioned? Because who likes Back to the Future? I love that movie, Back to the Future. It would be like this, okay? Think about this. It would be like Doc Brown pulled up in his DeLorean tonight. Like right now, the door lifted, the smoke came out, and he said, come on in. And he dialed back about 60 years ago. And then, boom, we came into this room, and it's myself and Crazy Jurgen talking to you guys. And this was at the time, remember the time, and maybe you went through it, or maybe you were small and you saw your parents go through it. How many people remember the time that you had to get to your bank at 5 o'clock on Friday? Why was that? There was no such things. There was no such things as credit card or debit cards. You had to get cash, or you had a boring weekend if your parents didn't have cash. It was like, it's the Hungry Man TV dinner and what is going to be on Channel 7. It was that if they didn't get to a bank on Friday by 5 o'clock, okay? It would be like us rewinding time here. And I'm pitching you guys something. I'm going, we believe in the future, it's going to be all about transactions. Okay? And I know you're dealing with cash right now, but we feel in the near future, and again, you've never seen this before. These little cards are going to be given to you, and you've never seen this. And it's going to be a stripe right here. And whenever you want to go buy something, you're either going to tap it or swipe it, and it's going to automatically debit your account. We're going to go to a cashless society. It's just going to take us a while to get there. But let's say right now, we're representing a little company you've never heard of called Visa. And if you buy into something called a node, I know you don't know what that is, but it basically says, once our transactions start happening, a portion of that transactions of millions of transactions per day will pay our node owners. Who would have said yes?
Yes.
Who would have went all in on that? Think about it. It hasn't happened yet, but let's say because of the DeLorean and Doc Brown, you knew what was going to happen. You knew. It was like, remember part 2 when Marty had the sports almanac? Remember that? He knew. He knew. I would have been Marty. I would have been like, give me that sports almanac. I'm done. I'm done. It's like that right now, right in front of you. Right in front of you. These transactions are going to happen, whether you could spell crypto or not. That's what I love about Bellator and Miracle. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. My mom's an investor. She still spells crypto with a K. I said, Mom, it's okay. It's all right. You're still going to get paid. When the transactions start, when those contracts start hitting and transacting, guess what? You get paid. And this is your opportunity to go out and stand on Akan's shoulders and help spread the word. He did the hard part already. He went back and forth and millions of dollars and losing people and hiring new people and losing them and hire back and forth, back and forth. I've sat down with them and I've heard the stories just to get to here where we could finally stand on his shoulders and take it to the next level. Who's in? Like truly in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are always, oh, you know, what's the next promo? What's the next promo? I'm just like, guys, if you're waiting for the next promo, this is so undervalued. I'm in Akan's office trying to whisper in his ear going, we need to raise these like $10,000. They're so undervalued. Think about owning a piece of Visa now, today. Just the dot on the I. The dot on the I. Think about that. Who would go back in time and do it? You're right there. Right now. Because somebody had the balls enough to go out and see the future. He saw this. He saw the blockchain. He saw what finance and crypto crossed together when he saw it. He saw it. And we get that opportunity. This isn't, see, I know Bellator's network marketing, but it's not your average one. Okay? It's not your average one. Believe me. We will take that #1 spot. Bar none, write it down. Write it down, put it in pen. It's going to happen because of what he built. Because of what he built. Yeah. And when this happens, this is where we're going to be called an overnight success, but we know better than that. Starbucks went through this. You know, Starbucks didn't make a profit until the 17th year.
What?
Look it up. 17 years it took him to make a profit. 17 years he went from formulation to concentration. Then when it exploded, the coffee scene, he was called an overnight success. A 17-year overnight success. And that's what most people see. They don't see this. When we've been at it, you know, me and, you know, Mike and me met Akan right around here in the middle. We weren't even there. We just listened to his stories of when he was in formulation. when he grabbed some of his buddies and said, I have an idea, I need some money. Some of those guys are in here. That are in here. I can tell you those stories. Tonight we're at the bar, get with Azelle, get with Keith. They'll tell you. There's buds that had faith in his idea. Maybe didn't even understand it. They had faith in him. Who heard of that before? You just have faith in the person. Like I don't even get it, but it sounds like you get it. So we're about to go on a real magical ride. And what I love is that you could literally change your your family's financial tree in this. Think about that. Think about that. What legacy are you going to leave with your families? What legacy will you leave? You know what I want? I picture, like, I have no children. I have 2 dogs. Luna's like my daughter, I guess. But I have a lot, you know, some nieces and nephews, and I picture when I'm dead and gone, okay? I picture when I'm dead and gone that they're living in this huge house, and my niece's children's children, when I'm like 80 years out, 100 years from now, and they're in a humongous house because we decided to follow a man with a dream. And on their mantle, do you see it? It's like brick here. It's got some plants. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Some light. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right here, about this big, from here to like here. There's a huge picture of me. You see it? You see it? It's huge. It's that bigger. And it's me going like this. All because I made a decision to go off to an island in 2022. And this is 100 years down the road. And I left a legacy to my niece's great grandchildren. And I have that mantle of my picture, and they better have it. It'll be in my will. It'll be for them to get my nodes. They got to be that my picture's got to be at least that big. So my question to you is, what legacy do you want to leave? Do you picture what your family's tree is going to look like in 10 years, 20 years? Sometimes it's not just about us. That's all about Akan. I really don't think it's not even about him. He realizes to really probably see the fruit of his labor, he might not be here. Some of us might not be here to truly see the fruit of the labor of what he built. And you're in front of that right now. Tonight, we're about to really go global in 2026. If you're not coming to one of the momentums coming up, and especially, we're all coming together for that big workshop with Mark and Journey in April in Phoenix, Arizona, and you say you're in, I don't know. I'm going to take a pic. Who's going to Journey? Whether you sign up or not, who's going to Journey? Why not all hands? All right. But wait, you're in though. You're all in. You're all in. So who's going to Journey in April? Because we're all in, right? Journey is going to prepare us for the journey. For the journey that's about to happen. Hakan built it. Now it's up to us to take it global. Yeah. Wall Street's going to do its job. We're going to do our job, right? So I want you to think about that when you're going to bed tonight, what you want to leave for the family tree that you don't even know yet. Are they going to have your picture on their mantle? They're going to have it with me. Amber's for sure. She wants any of my notes. Her children's is gonna have that picture of me and on the mantle. So guys, I really appreciate you very much. It's always an honor to speak in front of this group. Bellator is about to go into momentum. Miracle, Mediterra, it's all coming together. This thing right here is coming together. We're right here, and buckle in, because if you're not ready for the momentum, you could miss it. Hate to say it, but you could. There's people that missed a lot of momentum that were there. Do you realize there was people that said no to Microsoft that could have invested? Do you realize that? Tesla. When was a good time to get into Tesla? Never? Okay. Okay. You know when was a good time to get into Tesla? When Elon was blowing up rockets and he looked like the biggest idiot. That's when to get into Tesla. Now, you can make money, but where was the fortune made? When he was blowing up the rockets. Hey, guess what? We blew up a few rockets, right, Ansel? We did. We learned some things. We made mistakes. We had to pivot with the industry a ton of times. To say it was stressful was an understatement. You didn't have to go through that. You don't have to go through that. All you have to do now is show up and tell somebody. Are you kidding me? He did the hard work, and I want you to respect that, because a lot of headache went into that. Yeah. A lot of headache, a lot of sacrifice his wife had to make for him to go do. There's a story there with her support. He would not been able to do that without this lady in the front row that you're going to hear in a little bit. So, yeah, because without her support, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up somebody real special to all of us, because of the contracts. Like you said, he shouldn't pay for a cocktail tonight downstairs because of what he's done and what he's, no, in all seriousness. So the contracts that we're getting is because of this gentleman right here. I've gotten to know him a little bit as time goes on. Please welcome Unsal.
Thank you so much, dear fans, dear colleagues. Thank you so much for having us here, having me here.
Sorry.
Oh, thank you. As most of you know, I'm leading Miracle Pay in Europe, and we have a mission there to make crypto work in everyday life, but not in theory, in real life, in real transactions with real people. We are working on it very hard. Many people talk about blockchain, a lot of ideas, but we are about to deliver the practicality of crypto payments. We are enabling any merchants to accept crypto payments. It can be a restaurant, it can be a bar there that you will pay. It can be a restaurant, it can be a grocery store, it can be an airport. Tonight we have a special guest here, a mayor that is going to partner us in our new project to establish a crypto-friendly airport. This is, as Jürgen said, it's our limit is the sky. We can do a lot of things there. Okay. We can do a lot of things there, but really good job. I mean, last year it was really busy for us. We established great partnerships. We formed strategic partnerships with some tech companies, with some network owners to deliver our products to more markets, roll it out globally. Excellence. Everything is ready, but it's not just for Europe. We reinforced our the tech structure, our to expand it to globally. And I'm happy to announce it that soon, not in weeks, in a couple of days, we will be officially also announcing it. We are entering a new market, new country, out of Europe. Do you have any guess? Yeah, that's on the way as well. That's on the way. Yeah. But it's just Mexico. It's not Mexico. It's all Latin American countries there. It's going to be Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Peru. All will come one by one. We have a very strong partner there. We will announce it officially in a few days. We are now just finalizing our contracts there, and then it will be boosted. Then USA will be coming as well, because we are working very hard on every step. We think strategically, we think tactically, and we make decisions to move forward. We are growing in a responsible way. We don't take risks. It's a real business, it's a real product, so we need to do everything just in compliance to every country that we operate. So hopefully next year for 2026, I believe we will be doing a much better work than 2025, which was also great for us. And we will have some more projects, not airport tokenization, not airport infrastructure, not numerical pay contracts, but also a project like Score or Score ID as brand name. We use it. We have Serdar, our friend here. He's managing that project. He's leading that team. We will be complementing our Miracle Pay product with that new scoring mechanism that will be enabling merchants to provide buy now, pay later products. Yeah, yes, and we will use that scoring product not only for Miracle Pay. We will be selling it to third parties for Web3 and other potential institutional buyers as well. So I believe we have a lot of things to do for next year. But I have a special thanks to give Mr. Hakan Töreyan. He's our visionary leader. He's always supporting us, and he always says that we have strong muscles, we have a strong team, so we can do it. And our muscles are getting stronger and stronger every day. So thank you all for having us, and I'm wishing you good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get some energy. Let me get some energy. Listen. The champ is here, baby. Listen to me. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, this was first of all, I apologize. I ain't gonna say no names. Sonya thought it was starting at 7 o'clock. Okay. So let's be clear. I would have been here definitely. But
No, hey, Nita. I'm just excited, because honestly, thank you, everybody. Everybody that's a part of that, especially the team. Like, it's definitely an honor. April is a blessing. Ray, Jurgen, like, it's unmatched for regular people. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Regular people to have a real chance to be multimillionaires. I know sometimes people don't like talking about money. I do. I like money. I'm just keeping it real. I love talking about money because this transaction industry wasn't meant for us. Until one man had a vision, Mr. Hakan Torhan, that allowed regular people. I'm keep on emphasizing this for a reason. Because if you know the history of Cyprus, it was under embargo. So he had to do things different. That means nobody could trade with them. Nobody could do business with them. It was at war. And this man, through all that, still thought about regular people. That's why I'm honored. Jack is changing the world. I need us to get that. Because this ain't about no network marketing. And I tell people on my presentation, get that out your head. It's about legacy. This is a legacy play. And once people really understand that it's about legacy, this room will be 5 times this size. You understand? I'm upset because I missed Douglas Anderson. Because I'm sitting there like, where's Mr. Anderson at? Because the reality is when Mr. Anderson came in this company, and you talking about, if you look at the videos I put, 12 years, Wall Street been looking for this. 12 years. It came out of Mr. Anderson's mouth. It came out of Mr. Wonderful's mouth that they've been looking how we can merge Wall Street with blockchain. Thanks to Mediterra, we're able to do that. You know what I mean? We got to understand that. Because right now, this is history in the making. Most people don't have a clue where we're at this moment in time, right? This is historical. We will never be in this place again. The people in this room, I'm going to say a year from now, y'all going to be like, remember we were in there? Because when I say people, like when Micah said, we wish we could plug people in to understand how massive this is. This is changing people's lives right now. Like right now. In 6 figures, 5 figures, 4 figures that never made any money. Understand what I'm telling you, because people won't understand that. In the statistic of network marketing, 90% of the people never make money. They will spend more money than they make. But for the first time in the history of MLM network marketing, me as a leader can proudly guarantee that everybody on my team that take action, that buy shares, that buy nodes, that take action, they are guaranteed to make money. And people don't understand that. Y'all don't understand what I just said, y'all be clapping. You know what I mean? Because we don't understand that. If you bring $1,000 extra into a household to save people's lives. So I'm talking about from the smallest person to the multimillionaire. We're not just dealing with the who's who. Like people always just talk about the billionaires. I get that. And that's why I start off with regular people. Because when we went to Cyprus, when I met Hakan before Cyprus, but to be in his country, in his office, that man was exactly the same. That's called leadership. He's not strayed from the glitz and glamours. He's not straight from that. Most people get on their high horse, especially when you got a chance to be a trillionaire. Y'all ain't hear what I just said, did y'all? You understand?
I understand.
Because sometimes people scared to dream that high. That's real. That's reality. But I'm gonna tell you, Micah said something I'll never forget it. He said when I met Hawken and I realized he hit a home run. He became a multimillionaire in network marketing, right? Well, I mean with crypto. But he said when I seen I had a chance to be a billionaire, I had to shoot my shot. Most people be scared. Know why? I'm a millionaire. I'm fine. I don't have to work the rest of my life if you play it right. But what if I partner with a man called Hawken Torhan and I bring my team? That's why I respect Micah so much. He didn't do it alone. He brought the same people that believed in him. Ray, Rock, and this. Listen to me. That's like a dream come true for me. And that's why I look up to Micah so much, because he wasn't selfish. And when you get two individuals like that, it's unstoppable leadership, y'all. It's people don't understand about the pivot. You understand? When we pivoted a couple times, like Ray said, we blew up some rockets. It's called pivoting. But one thing I say about business, you can't beat a dead horse. When the horse is dead, dismount. People can't understand that though. But a real leader understands that. When it's time to dismount and pivot and do what's right. That's why we're here right now today. Where we got the Wall Street gurus. I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I sent that Doug Anderson video out. I haven't got one no. And y'all still ain't clapping, huh? No, why? Because y'all don't get it yet. And I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Y'all don't get it yet. Y'all supposed to be, listen to me, this gentleman right here, we bringing in, y'all, we bringing in countries. We have a dream team. A dream team. We talking Mr. Moore. We talking about the buyer. We talking about, y'all don't get that? Mr. Norris. Know why? We ain't really did the homework on him yet. And I get it. But know what I tell people? If we said we had Beyonce on our team as I'm just serious, and we had Brad Pitt or one of these entertainers that everybody look up to, that's really not a movers and shakers of the world, we'll be excited. Oh, girl, Beyonce is on our team. She's on our board of advisory. A person that get on stage to entertain and sing. But if she was on your board, you'd be calling everybody. But we got gentlemen who moves the world. But y'all not excited. You kidding me? Yeah. You kidding me? Seriously. It's an honor that Ray and them are really, and Mike and them, Micah asked Hawken to open the MLM side to market these great opportunities. Understand that, y'all. It's an honor.
Yes.
Not a privilege. It's a difference. And when we really understand that, you be pawning jewelry, you be calling for loans, you be making loans, all type of stuff, because this opportunity is very close. That's for real. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got the honor. Let me tell y'all something. Because just like my wife, Sonia Meadows, behind every great man, there's a great woman. Right? Right? So let me tell y'all something. Before I bring up this great woman, I want to bring up one of my closest friends. Because we say, we get paid when, y'all? Annually, residually. Don't believe me? Ask Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, come on up here, man. Come on, Mr. Lee. Come here, man. Come here, man. Because most people don't know who Mr. Lee is. Mr. Lee. Come on up here, Mr. Lee. Get it. Yeah, come on up here. Hey, look, Ray said, I don't get it. Ray was like, all right, Mr. Lee. Like, who is Mr. Lee? Like, he was like, I'm trying to figure out, okay, ask Mr. Lee. Okay. He was like, well, he's blind. He was like, all right, I still don't get it.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Mr. Lee, y'all. Mr. Lee, baby. How y'all doing? Well, I am legally blind. I have a rare vision disease called Stargardt's, which it takes away my central vision. For a long time, for the last 40 years of my life, I haven't had a focus. Just out of the blue one day, vision said, boom, no more focus. So like I can see you guys. I just can't make out you. I can't make the faces or see the details and stuff like that. But I see the opportunity. That's right. You better believe it. I see the money, and I make the money. I make the money. So those of you that's here, dig in deeper. That's right. Because the opportunity about to be gone. That's right. Pay attention to the videos. They said we'll buy the rest. I was scared. They said we'll buy the rest. I was scared. Don't buy all of them. Absolutely. Thanks. I appreciate you. I love you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, before I step before y'all, I got the honor of introducing somebody who I researched. I did information on her, and I really honor you, Mrs. Torhan, because every man need that support, that foundation. And Mrs. Torhan, she literally is a rock for Mr. Housewife. Amen. So everybody raise your feet. Everybody get to your feet. Miss April Torhan. Seriously, thank you. Thank you.
İyi akşamlar. Bellator'un 1. yılına hoş geldiniz. Good evening. Welcome to Bellator's first anniversary. Bellator'un 1. yılı için harika bir paket hazırlanmış. For Bellator's first anniversary, there is an amazing package who has been ready for you guys.
Ben pakete bir ekleme yapmak istiyorum.
I want to add something onto this package.
72 saat içerisinde
Between 7 hours,
üye olan herkese 200 mix benden de.
I want wait. If you give 200 Mirics for free to all of the people who buys the package, me as the namer of Mirics, I want to give 100 Mirics to everyone that is in this room right now.
She is daddy's girl. Well, thank you very much. Good night.
Do the close.
Yes, it can.
Hey. We have the QR code and momentum set. No? Okay. I gotta be honest, I just stepped out. What did you say? What was it?
As the neighbor of lyrics, I want to give 100 lyrics to all of this people that is in this room, right?
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I was like, I caught the tail end. I'm like, what did she give away? I'm like, does your dad know? I don't want to get in trouble. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up.
She's the boss.
Yeah, she's really the boss. We're just waiting for her to turn 18. No, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang out here. There's a restaurant downstairs. Again, a lot of drinks are going to this gentleman right here, Onsal. And a lot of drinks are going to you from that gentleman right there, Jurgen. But get if you guys aren't, invested, like I said, we're about right here with Wall Street coming along. We're about to go public. All these things are coming together. Wall Street is ready for crypto and Mediterra, and I think Terra is ready for the world. We represent, it's already starting to happen a little bit, and the more contracts that Unsal closes, the more that, no pressure on Unsal, the more global we get. I mean, think about it. We have Ingenico and Shopify and PAX and Verifone, and I mean, these are global companies, and they're with us. Okay, we're with the big boys now. It's exciting time for those of you who want to come to the Momentum Saturdays when we're coming back in New York. We're going to Atlanta. We'll be in New York February 1st, Sunday. I'll do a little training. Got to tell some jokes. All that stuff will be here Sunday, February 1st. January 31st, we'll be in Atlanta. February 7th, we'll be in Los Angeles, California. Get there if you really want to be a part of this moment. Again, not every, you're right here, but not everyone's going to be a part of Momentum. They're just not, they're not. They're not. You have to position yourself in front of the momentum wave to ride it. It's like a surfer. If you didn't position it, the wave goes where? It goes right by them. Okay. To ride the wave of momentum, position yourself right in front of that curve, right in front of that wave. And smart. They weren't not, but they got positioned. And guess what? That didn't matter. They rode the wave to financial freedom. And we're about to do the same globally. So I want to congratulate every one of you who I see a lot of faces out there, especially in the back, some of the early investors in here. Congrats, but we know better, right? So again, we're gonna hang out, get some pictures with Ebru, get your pictures with Unsal, Keith, Azel. We're gonna go down to the restaurant, hang out a little bit, relax, get to know us, get to know you. So, you've been a great audience tonight. I appreciate it so much. Congratulations, everyone, and we'll see you at our next event. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks. Amazing. Okay.